And welcome back to another episode of Should You Make It? Today I'm really excited and very curious to see if this one is going to turn out. This one I saw first on Facebook and then also on Pinterest. This is from Center Cut Cook, and she did a cheesy garlic bread, and this one was done without, number one, without a paddle from your mixer, and also there's no resting. So I am very curious to see if this actually turns out because it looks very moist and very thick. So I was extremely curious to see if this one is actually going to work like the video on Facebook and the instructions work. So we'll go ahead and get into the ingredients. I'll leave all the links down below to all of the exact measurements. But as far as everything, it's so small. Again, this is spiked my curiosity, and it's also a quick one for you guys. And we're also going to do a spaghetti along with this for dinner tonight. So I was like, hey, works perfectly. Got some garlic powder, onion powder, egg, baking soda, baking powder. We've got some salt, some sugar, melted butter, flour, 2 cheeses. Now here, she said she found a garlic cheddar in her produce department. We couldn't find it, so I've got a blend here that I'm just going to add some more garlic powder to, some Parmesan, buttermilk, and I've got some extra Parmesan pulled up to the side that we're going to sprinkle on top here, over here. And we've also, as far as tools go, we're just going to use a loaf pan. We've got my Baker's Joy, of course, and my pastry brush to brush up, a big mixing bowl for everything, and our hand mixer. We're going to do this by hand mixer, and then we're going to mix everything, put it in our pan, sprinkle with the cheese on top, 350 degree preheated oven for about 50 to 55 minutes, and we're going to see if this turns out with no kneading and no proofing. So like I said, I'm very curious. So first step is we're going to spray this, set this aside, and then we're going to start mixing our ingredients, and then we'll be back. Okay, first step is we're going to mix our cheeses. So we've got both cheeses. Mix them in a bowl. Grab your hand. Just combine them.
Grab your hand.
Yep. See? Doing a good job. Wonderful, guys. Doing good. See? Give yourself some confidence. You can do this.
Cheese mixing is hard. What are you doing?
Pat your back. Doing great. Grab the bowl in your hands.
Lord.
Set out to the side. Grab big bowl. Howdy do. Doing good. Okay, we're gonna grab our sugar. Sprinkle. Grab our butter. And douse it in. And then we're gonna grab buttermilk and our egg, put it in the big bowl. And then we're gonna grab our hand mixer and we're gonna mix it until it's well combined, and then we'll be back. Okay, so we have mixed our wet ingredients. We are going to move back to our dry ingredients, our flour. We're going to add our garlic and our onion powder, and then we're going to add our salt, our baking powder, and our baking soda. And then we're going to give that a good whisk to mix all of these ingredients. And then we're going to incorporate these into our wet, and then give that a good mix until it comes together. And then we will incorporate our cheese into that. Now the recipe does say to reserve a quarter of that cheese to sprinkle on the top, but since I had some extra Parmesan from the Parmesan bag, I'm just going to use the extra Parmesan because my family likes it cheesy. So,
My gosh, you dropped some.
I did.
Oh my gosh.
No! My hands are getting crazy.
You're getting out of control.
I am spinning out of control here. I'm super excited to see if this turns out. So, after you pick up your flour, put it back in the bowl where it belongs. And this is all come together. We're going to add that into our wet. So, like I was saying, before I got out of control, I'm just going to add the extra Parmesan because, you know, who doesn't like their garlic cheese bread cheesier? So, dang it, Whisks. What are you doing there?
You're just out of control, Mom.
I am. out of control excited to see if we should make it. That's all.
Well, we are making it.
Yeah, we are. See, they should make it too. So, instead of using your beaters, we're going to switch to a spatula, however you want to say it. So we're just going to fold this in until it's completely well mixed. Don't over mix. You never want to do that with any bread or pancake or anything like that. And then we'll be back. Okay, so after we have been done playing with our dough, it smells like heaven in here. Garlicky, oniony, buttery, cheesy goodness. And my daughter was saying it smells like,
It looks like.
yeah, okay, that too. It looks like the biscuits that she makes.
Looks just like a biscuit dough. It's so weird.
So we're gonna plop this out. We can get her going, because she's a sticky one. She is, there she blows. Make sure you get all this. And
Gosh,
the
it smells so good.
And the reason you don't want to over mix any bread doughs, because you don't want to overwork the gluten in here. And especially since we're not kneading and we're not proofing, you want that to happen in the oven. So that's why we're not going to overwork this. So that's one tip I can offer you guys. So like I said, I didn't reserve that 1/4 cup of the cheese. I just added all that heavenly goodness in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread this out to a loaf shape into our loaf pan. Who would think so? I don't know. One would. So get it out as best, but we still want that rustic look. So I'm not going to try to make it perfect here, but I still do want to get it into the corners so it all puffs up, so we get those nice slices. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just kind of poking her. Giving her. I don't know why I made it to her. I don't know. It felt natural. Who knows? So just grabbing my extra reserved Parmesan. I'm going to sprinkle that over the top here.
Yum.
And then we've got our ground beef defrosting. And we are going to, while this is cooking, we are going to get our spaghetti going on the stove too. So we'll have that made hopefully by the time this is done. We want to time it right. So that's good. As you can tell, we've got it all covered. So that beauty is going to go in the oven, like I said, 50 to 55 minutes. You want to check it, poke it, make sure it's done, just like you would a cake or a cupcake. So there she blows, going in the oven. Wish us luck. Okay, so while we have, I think, 12 minutes left, I've got our pasta boiling, our spaghetti boiling. This probably only has about, I don't know, 10 minutes left, so it's going to be perfect timing actually. So we got the pasta boiling, we got a pan over here. Brittany's going to get the meat going in just a few minutes, and then checked on our bread, and it looks absolutely phenomenal.
Woohoo!
So I am extremely excited for this to be done, because it looks incredible, but we'll see once we cut into it. That'll be the test. So that's what's going on right now, and then we'll be back.
Okay, so now I'm going to do the ground beef, and I was just going to show you guys how I season it, because it's really good. So I use garlic powder, onion powder, smoked paprika, and sazon, and this just has like good Mexican spices and salt and parsley and stuff in it, which is awesome. So I use those to my ground beef, and it turns out really good.
And we just do that because we're using a canned meat sauce, so that's what we use to doctor it up, and as you can tell, she's going heavy with it, so.
It tastes good.
Yep, so that's what we do when we use a canned sauce if you're not making homemade sauce. And the idea behind that is that this is supposed to be like a quick night meal when you're doing spaghetti, and this is supposed to be a quick garlic bread too. So that's what we figured, and that's what we normally do if we're not doing any variations. Like sometimes we'll add chili and do a chili spaghetti, or that's one of our other variations that we love to do too. So she's just going to go ahead and get the ground beef mixed, and we only have a few minutes left on everything else, and then we'll be back.
Yay!
Okay, so we are all done and Brittany is ready to take her bite.
I have my little piece of bread here with some biscotti on it. I'm so excited to taste it.
And while she eats that, then I can show you the bread. I am absolutely shocked, you guys, at how this turned out. And if Brittany can squish it, she can show you how moist that turned out.
It is so squishy, like a pillow.
And the cheese running through it
There's
is
so much in there.
amazing.
Oh, it's heavy.
It is a very dense bread, I will say that.
It's so heavy. So squishy.
So squishy. And that's how our spaghetti turned out. Well, it's spaghetti, y'all. So
Nothing special.
So, what'd you think?
It's awesome. I love it so much. It is so, I think the Parmesan adds a really good texture in there. It's like a different, not just like a gooey cheese. It's more like a stiffer cheese consistency. And it is just so moist and fluffy. And it just came out of the oven, so it's still really warm. It is just so good. It's like comfort garlic bread. So good.
That is amazing.
It is.
Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching and for joining us. I also wanted to say a huge thank you to my friend Nick from the Scram Line for posting on Instagram. A huge shout out to my daughter and I, who made him some Valentine's Day cookies, a recipe of his, of cutout cookies, posted it to his story and gave us a huge shout out, which in turn brought a bunch of fellow followers on Instagram over to us. So welcome. I hope you guys enjoy what we do here. We love what we do, and we're just excited that you guys are here, and hopefully you guys enjoy what we do. Things like this, and this I absolutely, definitely 100% think you guys should make this. This is incredible. I was not expecting this to work, but it did, so I'm super shocked, and I'm excited to keep this as a staple to when I make spaghetti or chili even. It doesn't even matter. It's a great staple to have. So thank you guys, welcome, and I look forward to bringing you guys amazing videos. Links will be down below, and if you have any suggestions, I love suggestions. I will try anything that y'all want to know if it will make or bake. So thank you guys again, and we'll see you soon. Bye.